Kay in front of the camera, although you only see my hands, and Maggie is
Hello.
behind. Okay, and these are our mini carousels. So you're looking at the reindeer one at the moment.
Perfect.
This is the mini unicorn, and this one's done by Michaela, so it's a magical garden. Enchanted garden, I think she's called it.
Enchanted wood.
Enchanted wood, okay. Enchanted wood, there we go. And that's Michaela's.
Lovely.
And Maggie did with just distressing, and this is the horsey one. Okay, and that's the horsey one. There we go. Okay, so we put the base on. This is the same as all our Inky Wiz storages. So I've done the base one there, and then I'm going to put it on my top base. So I'll just get the screws out of the way. I put them in a safe place so I wouldn't lose them.
Very neatly stored.
So I always make neat sorts in it. So I'll just put those in. So as per usual, you just find the hole there. So find the hole here and then line it up with this one. So I'll get my head out of the way. And then what I tend to do then is, it's not quite central, is I get my screwdriver and put that in the hole. And if I just manipulate like this, so this is even all the way around. Nice. So, and then if I'm lucky, if I turn it round, it matches the other hole that side, which in this case it does, amazingly enough.
Perfect.
So if it's square there, then you'll know these two will be right as well. So then you just put your screws in. And don't forget, if you're using a screwdriver, if you can get a metallic one, a magnetic one, it will be helpful because it just keeps the screws in place. If you don't, you can use a little blob of blue tack or sellotape. And we'll just screw that in place. Just keep going until you've done them all in one place. And the screws are designed just to fit slightly less than the thickness of the plate, so they're flush. So although you can see them, they are actually flush, so they won't scratch any surfaces that you put them on.
Took us a long time to find those.
It wasn't easy, and they're also blunt, so they're not sharp at the end either.
Yeah.
So
Took us a long time.
it was more difficult to find the screws. It wasn't anything else.
And they're from the UK as well, aren't they? So
yeah, eventually.
yeah.
In fact, they're not too far from us, as it happens. So, and that's the last one, and that's your base done. So it's exactly the same as for all our Inky Wizzes. Okay, and that's your base done, like that. Okay, so we're now going to put on the uprights. So on this one, you've got 3 taller uprights, and one side is slightly wider than the other, and that will fit. Oops, like that. So it's, as per usual, it's usually quite a nice little snug fit. I'll put a little bit of glue on there just to make sure it's in place. And I'll just put the glue on that end.
You don't put any glue on the tabs, do you?
I don't tend to do that, but you can do if you want to, but I don't. You don't really need to, just need to put it in place. So that fits into that one. And then just work your way around to all 3. So again, this is very similar to putting our mini multi-medium Wizzes together. The only difference is that you don't have the bottom rail on the bottom one. Okay, so you get those like that. So then I put glue on the top. And then we're going to put our top on. So this is the top shelf. And you've got equal holes, slots this side, which is the centre ones, and you have ones on the outside. What you need to do is make sure that these fit into these ones. So you have these on the outside, like that. So when I'm going to stand up and do this because it's easier, and you just put them like that. So if I stand up and push those in, I'll find one that will fit in. Okay, so that's the first one in, and then I'll just manipulate the second one in, and the third one, and they will just suddenly just click in, like that.
Perfect.
Okay, so they fit snugly down, so they're flush there, and the hole is here. So you've got your tab here and the hole here, and these are empty at the moment. Okay, and that's spin around like that. And then we put our top dividers in.
Push it towards me a little bit.
Exactly the same as you did before. So and they just fit into the holes that are left. I'll just follow those through. There's only 3 of these.
And if they don't fit in, it's because you've put base one in the wrong place.
You need to make sure that these holes are in the middle because they're important. We first got them together when we put the trials, and we thought there's something terribly wrong here, and then realised what we'd done. So anyway, so you end up with that. Okay, and then we're going to put the rails on. So the easiest way I find to do this is just put a blob of glue there, a tad there, and a blob again all the way around. So a blob of glue in the middle of that, a little bit there and there. So I've got my glue like that, then I'll put my supports in. And it's a funny little shape, but you just need to make sure that, so I'll put this up here, so that fits, that little bit there is fitting here. So when you put it in, it goes from here to there.
Right.
Did you see that?
So can you lift it up towards me and turn it on its... That's it.
Like that, okay?
Perfect.
Again, little tiny weeny bit goes to the back, so it fits in like that. Again, titchy little weeny bit, and that fits in like that. Okay, and then we'll just put a little bit more glue on the tops. And then we can put our rails on. And our rails just fit. Bring that forwards, goes halfway through that one, sits onto the support, and into that one like that. And you just do that for all of them. And if you notice, I always put the nicer heart top facing upwards, and then the underside cuts at the bottom. It's entirely, you're going to paint it, so sometimes it doesn't really matter if you're going to paint it. And then put slot that one in there like that, and just move around.
And they will slot in, so they're completely flush, won't they?
They will, the idea is that they are completely flush. And this little tiny tabby bit here fits in halfway through that little bit there. That's the reason why they're flush. So when they're stuck in like that, just manipulate them slightly so you know that that's flush, that's flush, that's flush, and that's flush, and then you'll fit in nicely like that. And then just leave that to set, and that's the base done. And then you can come across to your creatures. So you get 2 sheets. Oh, that was the sound effects. We didn't want any coconuts.
I'll stop now. They like the sound effects, Kay.
Apparently you do. So there you go. You get 2 sheets, and they're all exactly the same. The reindeer and the unicorns are exactly the same as these horses, but I'll do one individually as we go through. And you get 6 on here. Maggie's already taken 1 out for instructions. I've just taken 1 out. I'm about to take 1 out for you as well to show you how it works with the tabs. But you'll notice that you have your pole goes all the way down your centre horse, unicorn or reindeer, and on each sheet is different. So on this sheet here, they are longer here at the bottom, and on this sheet they're shorter. So if you put them alternatively into your carousel, it looks like they're going up and down. Okay. So, and as I've done the others, but I'll do these for you. So I'm going to take 1 of here from the long, and you need 1 of your horses there, 1 of your horses facing, 2 saddles, and 2 locking plates from here. So it's per horse. So I'll tab those. So basically you've got your little tab here, sharp knife, and just cut through and push out. And then you do that for your
Saddle.
Your saddle. Okay. And that one. Just push that one through. Okay, and then you do your horse, and I've only tabbed them twice. They've already got 2 tabs. So 1 under the tummy and 1 on top. And then you just push gently through, and it just comes away. And again, you need a horse to face it. So unlike our bigger carousels, these are two layers and not 3 layers. Okay, so then we do that for all your horses. So you've got your horse, and you've got the etched surface on here, and then you've got your etched surface on your horse on here. And then you stick that onto that. And I would recommend you did this before you do the decorating. So let's put that on there, and that fits on there, and it just fits in, so you can see the ears are matching, everything else matches. So that is your horse stuck together. So you can see where the mane is. So the mane is more prominent on one side. Okay, and then you just push it on like that. So that's when you see it on both sides. Okay, I can't get the etching on both sides, so you have to draw it on one side, I'm afraid. But
She's
I always
good, but she's not that good.
yeah, it also will weaken it as well, so
Yeah.
it keeps it a bit stronger. So then I would decorate that. I would be careful not to put too much paint or make this area either side wet, because it'll make it more difficult later. But you can use a dry pen, a little bit of paint, but not to make it over wet. I have given you a little bit more room in the holes than you would do normally for that reason, but I wouldn't over wet it. If you do, just shave it off with a piece of with a sharp knife, just to get it slightly thinner. Okay, so that's that. And then your saddles, these ones that I do make an exception for, is that I would decorate these after and then stick them on, because it's easier. Okay, so I will just stick these on, and then I'll show you how to do the unicorn and the reindeer. They're very similar. So that's the saddle on there, and your saddle on there. Okay, so that's your saddle. Okay, so I'll leave that one to dry, and then I'll decorate it before I put it into my carousel. Keep these pieces safe, because they're important and you do need them. Okay, so keep those safe. So then we go on to the reindeer. So ho 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 is a reindeer. They don't make any noise, do they?
I don't know.
Is it ho ho ho?
They eat carrots. Crunch, crunch, crunch. There we are. They're eating a carrot.
Well, right. So you keep these pieces safe, and your reindeer is you've got your centre one with the pole down, and you've got the one on the backing. So you would glue those together, which we are doing now. Okay, be careful because the legs are different on this one, so you don't want to put any glue on the legs. Okay, so then you'll just match your tail and your face and your noses together, and that's your reindeer does that. So when you're happy with that, you will notice that I've got a little groove at the top. So it just fits in there. Can you see that, Maggie?
Yes, it's perfect.
Okay, so that is for your antlers, which are a little bit wider than these, and they sit like that. Okay?
Perfect.
Okay, so you can see that. So you glue that along there, which I will do now, and you stick them in like that.
You might want to use this cap.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of glue on here, and just glue my antlers, and then I'll just leave those to set like that. Okay, so that's your antler. So what we have done, we have now developed, whoops, move that around because it's all good, it's all glued up, hold on. What we have done, we've developed Sally's stacking stack.
Yeah.
Which we were asked last time when we did our big ones, but we were betted that we couldn't put one on top of the other. So I did a stand so we could put one on top of the other, and Sally was the one who made us the bet. So we did, and we've now called it Sally's stacking stack. So you can sit one carousel on top of another. So what we've done as well, do you want to take that one out? So what we've done is also made holes in it. So that's your stacking stack. So that will fit over the centre here, like so. Can you see that all right?
Yes,
like that. So you can stick smaller ones, and you can do that on your bigger one and put a smaller one on top of that one.
But only with your carousels, we recommend that, don't
on
we?
your carousels, you could possibly do it with the multimedia. If you put a mini one on top, I wouldn't put a heavy one on top. But so Maggie had the bright idea of putting holes in it here. So when you've decorated your reindeer and horses and unicorns, you can put them on here while they dry. So that's what the holes are for. So I shall use that and put those down there to dry. And oops, I need to put my saddles on. My unicorn, my reindeer.
Oh yeah, he wouldn't like to be without a saddle. I love this reindeer because it looks as though it's running along.
It's Leaping. It's
Yes, leaping, that's the
leaping
word.
with all your
couldn't-
prezzies.
I couldn't remember
There we
what the
go.
word was.
There you go. Okay, so now that's drying. So now I'll do the same with the unicorn.
Magic, magic.
I know.
Brighten people up.
I have to work with her, for goodness sake. Anyway, so we keep those safe.
You love it.
I love it, apparently. I do love it. Right, okay. So there's your unicorn, and the unicorn horn is integral to the base one, and you just put this one on top. So they're very simple to put together. So I'll just put that on top. So you got that's like that. So your unicorn, the horn is at the top. You got your mane and tail as well, and then just just put your saddles on. You can decorate these before or after.
And you recommend waiting a bit for the glue to set before you start decorating?
Yeah, I would give it probably an hour, just to make sure the glue's set. So that's obviously, we haven't got an hour for the video, but that's what we do. So and then that will go in my little stand, and I'll start putting those together. Okay. So I would recommend you decorate those before you put them in the carousel. I would recommend you decorate the carousel after you put it together, but before you put your horses or your unicorns or your reindeer in. Okay. And then we're going to put it into our carousel. And I'm going to show you how to do this on its side. I tend to do it upright. So I've got one that was glued a bit earlier.
Actually, if you watch on, I don't know if we can pull it off Hochanda, because they really got the camera angle right, didn't they, when you were
Yeah, the other video we did for the other one was okay as well.
Yeah, this will be fine.
Okay, so you put your locking bits on like that. Okay, and then you're going to put glue this side. Oops, and glue on the other end. I'll just put them together. That's it, like that. Okay, so I just tend to hold it with my finger like that. Okay. Right, is that in the centre? So you can see that?
That is, yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
So you put a little bit of glue.
Come forward with that because we can't see. That's it, perfect.
Glue there. And you put glue. I'll just put a little bit of glue like that. So you've got glue there and you've got glue there. Mm-hmm. I'm sort of holding it with my fingers. So what you'd do then is you'd put your pole in here like that. You want it equal distance, if you can, between these two pieces. So you've got that support there and that support there. So you want it equal distance there. When you're happy with that, push that one down and that one up. Oops, like that. And that glues it in place. So then you'll check that you've got your unicorn turned round into the right place like that, and it's upright like that, and it's also upright from that angle as well. So I'll just sit down and make sure that's correct. If it's not, I'll have to change it. So that's fairly upright. That's about right, actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is.
Okay, and that's as simple as that. And then you'll do the next one, which we'll do is we'll do a.
I think is that a shorter one or not?
Yeah, that's a short. This is a shorter one. So we'll do our reindeer, which has got the shorter pole here. So we thread. These you can be decorating as well. Just be careful that you don't overwet the centre because you don't want it to be too swell. But you can see that I've given you, or you have got a fair amount of room. It's quite a lot of wiggle room there. But it's because we expect them to swell a bit when you decorate them.
And we're just showing you a mixture with reindeer and horses and everything, aren't we?
Yeah, obviously you have either reindeer or horses or unicorns. So you put your glue there, and you put your glue on that side. Okay, and then you put that inside like that. When you're happy where the position's going to be, is you push that down and that up. So it doesn't take long, and then just come and press, just wait for a second or two. Check it's vertical that way and it's vertical that way. And when you're happy, you can move on to your next one.
Can you turn it up now so we can see it? That way.
So, like that.
Yes.
You just put it in where you want it and I'll
There.
hold it. Right, I'll hold it like that. Okay,
Perfect.
there you go. All right, okay, so you can see that is like that.
Yep.
All right.
Perfect.
So, and then you just carry on. So I'll just put our, these are facing, so obviously they're going into the right direction.
Oh.
But so if you wanted to, you could do wanted them facing all the same direction, just move that one round. Just while the glue's, and then we'll have it.
And you can see the different pole heights as well.
There you go, and you can see it, okay. Okay, so then we'll do another one, which is, that one, is that a horse?
It's a horse.
That's a horsey. And that is a long one, so I'll put it next to the reindeer. And he's going to go there.
Lovely.
Okay, so I'll just do this one, and then that will give you certainly the idea of how to put it together. And then you can decorate it how you like. So you can make it as magical, as mysterious.
Kay's done an
fun.
amazing steampunk one.
Oh, do you want to go and get it? And I'll
Yeah,
show.
I'll go and get it, 'cause
Well, I'll
it
put
is
this one.
fabulous. But don't forget, we want to see them all decorated.
Definitely. So put this one in position. Oops. And when I'm happy, I'll just push that down and push that one up. And you can see that when you spin it around, you get the illusion that it's up and down.
Yep, I can see it.
Okay. And this is the this is steampunk.
This is my favourite one. I know you're not supposed to have favourites, but this is my
So
favourite
this
one.
is. Can you see that all right now? Is that
Yeah,
right?
tip it. Yeah, perfect.
Okay. So that's a steampunk. Let's go. The horses are going
It's
this
really
direction.
lovely.
So I just went.
Fab.
So lots of cogs and chains and things. And lots of magnetic
Metallic.
paint this time on there as well. There you go.
I don't
So
know
that's
what
that one.
noise a steampunk horse makes. Sort of like a whoosh.
Mechanical.
Yeah.
It'll be a mechanical one.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you for watching.
Bye.